Well, you expect technology to work for you, not against you.
But some people say new websites created by tow truck operators are leaving them feeling targeted right where they live. Our investigation looked into a new requirement for online parking registration, and we got the attention of one Texas lawmaker. Fox 4's Lori Brown joins us with the investigation.
We talked to apartment renters who can't believe that their guests now have to pay to park through an online website. And even when they manage to do that, some are still finding themselves paying hundreds of dollars to a tow company.
My sister and them can't come see about me because they don't want to pay that $4.33.
Residents at Tri-Point Square Apartments in Mesquite say they have felt like prisoners in their own homes. Their apartment complex started to require their guests to register their cars with a website called Parking Badge. Then their guests must submit a payment to park.
I paid $10.15, and I just feel like I should be able to have visitors.
But even after some people registered online and paid to park, they were still towed.
She was ordered to pay $298.
Tyronda Coleman's cousin visited in September. She registered online through Parking Badge and submitted a payment to park. But 30 minutes later,
the moment she seen them, they already had her car up. She followed them to the place.
Turns out Coleman's cousin had entered one wrong letter on her license plate. She sent screenshots of her registration to the tow truck operator owned by Texas Parking Authority, a company not associated with Parking Badge. Coleman's cousin circled the keypad to show how close the letters B and H are, pleading, "Please, please help me." The response from Texas Parking Authority: if you put in the license plate wrong, that is 100% on you guys. Coleman's cousin had to pay $298 to get her car back.
It's just ridiculous here.
The same thing happened to Nokesha Gillum. Even after showing the tow truck driver her one-letter mistake, she still had to pay hundreds of dollars to get her car back.
Sometimes you have spell check on your phone, so if you type something, it'll auto-correct where you're typing. So if I type in my license plate number and it corrects one letter, then they tow our cars anyway.
The cars are being towed to an impound lot owned by Sure Storage. And here's an interesting connection. State records show the registered agent and manager of Parking Badge is also the president of Sure Storage, Aaron Hume. Hume also owns his own towing company, Black Bull Towing, which did not tow any of the cars in this report. But the company has been fined more than $59,000 by the state for unauthorized tows. And Hume's brother, Victor Hume, runs an organization called Texas Association of Safer Apartment Communities. Victor Hume was grilled by state lawmakers in April.
Do you represent Black Bull Towing, or have you represented that entity?
Yeah, I have represented Black Bull Towing, and I represent about 9 other towing companies as well.
In fact, Black Bull Towing is owned by your brother.
That's correct.
State Representative Nicole Collier of Fort Worth questioned Victor Hume, who defended another aggressive parking pass practice.
You said that you want this because you have a personal interest in this.
I represent probably 500 apartment properties, okay, and probably about 10% of them, depending on what their needs are, use like the program where they have the residents come in each month.
Victor Hume's organization started a program where these temporary parking passes were issued to residents. Victor Hume claimed the passes made the community safer.
99% of the time when there's crime and things going on at the property, it's people that aren't supposed to be there.
But after complaints, low-income residents felt targeted. Lawmakers found forcing residents to get new parking passes each month or be towed put an unnecessary burden on legitimate residents.
We said that we thought it was unconscionable to have that type of practice in the state of Texas.
State Senator Royce West helped pass a law that made monthly parking passes illegal.
It almost feels like we're playing whack-a-mole with these towing companies. You know, you solve one problem and then they come up with another.
With the expiring passes now illegal, Sandy Rollins with Texas Tenants Union says Aaron Hume's new parkingbadge.com site feels like a new way to make money off the backs of low-income tenants.
This is just an unnecessary and cruel add-on.
We are trying to reach the owner of the impound lot, Sure Storage, Mr. Hume.
We tried multiple times to get in touch with Aaron Hume, but he did not return our calls or emails.
you can never reach anyone. You can call, you can never reach.
Under Contact Us, the Parking Badge website lists a Fort Worth address, which turned out to be this apartment complex.
But when we were there at 4 p.m., the office was closed, even though the hours online for the address are 9 to 5. The address is the same one listed for Texas Association of Safer Apartment Communities. In a statement emailed to us from Parking Badge, an unnamed person wrote, "Parking Badge does not offer parking enforcement or towing services. Property owners must obtain a third-party vendor for such services." But we found right next to the Parking Badge signs at Tri-Point Square are signs for where to get towed cars. Sure Storage. Sure Storage and Parking Badge are both operated by Aaron Hume.
So at Sure Storage, no one is coming to the door, and this phone number that says open 24 hours, no one's answering.
And no one answered our calls at the office at Tri-Point Square Apartments on different days and times.
You do need to get off the property.
While we were interviewing tenants at the complex, an employee asked us to leave.
So when can we sit down and talk to you about this?
No one responded to our request for an interview. We asked Senator Royce West if something should be done to protect apartment residents.
First of all, thank you for putting a spotlight on us, because again, we thought we had fixed the problem when we passed the law, but apparently they're deciding to try to go around it. But let me be real clear about it, you're not going to get around it. And the fact of the matter is that I'm hoping that we can work with the cities where this practice is starting to pop up and look at doing something about it.
If not, people say it could be crippling.
That's torture. To be a resident, you want some kind of common courtesy, you know?
If you think you've been towed improperly or unfairly, you should file a complaint with TDLR and also file for a tow hearing with the Justice of the Peace Court. You have 14 days for a Justice of the Peace hearing and the potential to get back 3 times the expense of the tow, plus an additional $1,000. A complaint with TDLR can be filed at any time, but until the law catches up, the people in the examples we just mentioned have no real recourse. Lori Brown, Fox 4 News.